Hello and a very warm welcome to the IAShub. I hope you have given the HCS examination or HCS examination आप सबका काफी अच्छा हुआ होगा. And here we are at the IAShub. We are going to discuss the key in a very detailed manner. We'll be starting from the question number 1 to 50. I'll be taking, and from 50 to 100, Varun sir will be coming and taking the session. So let's begin this session on a quick note. Let's start from the question number 1. देखिए, overall, अगर commentary of the paper देखा गया, the commentary of the paper says that many of the questions are unexpected. ठीक है, काफी सारे बच्चों का रिव्यू ये है, बहुत सारे questions unexpected आया था, and many people felt that history में जो questions है, they are all bouncers. So this is one thing, many common, काफी सारे students, they came up with common doubts in all of this. Next, science की question है, factual माना जा रहा है. Then also, history का weightage has increased in the last paper और उससे पहले paper और इस paper. In the last 3 attempts or last 3 हरियाणा PCS का exam का अगर weightage देखा गया, इस बार history का weightage, it has increased. So, and the other one is Haryana government schemes more. मतलब हरियाणा का गवर्नमेंट स्कीम्स वर मोर दिस टाइम. एंड लास्टली इकोनॉमिक्स का अगर देखा गया, इकोनॉमिक्स का वेटेज काफी कम है इस साल. ओवरऑल अगर पेपर देखा गया, we'll give you the final commentary of the paper also. Now let's quickly start with solving the paper here. Now the first question which is there, अलग अलग sets है. What we have done is we have taken set B. In this you will see that the first question is from history. The question says it is regarding ulemas. Now given below are 2 statements. Statement 1 says that ulema were Muslims, the hooligans who provided and interpreted passages from Quran. The Sultan was required to show respect, at least ostensibly, for Islamic institutions and preeminently to the ulemas. This involved the granting of endorsement to religious causes and offices to the ulemas buildings of mosque. So this is statement 1, and they have also given statement 2. They asked about, in the light of the above statements, choose the correct answer from the options given below. Right? See here. Now the statement 1, it is absolutely true. There's no doubt ulemas, they used to interpret Quran को interpret करते थे, and they also used to give some passages. They also used to patron, the kings used to patron these ulemas. And ulemas, उनका political connections भी थे. And in these political connections, the provisions and implications, if you look into इसमें, ulemas, they also often had voice in political matters. Now, statement here 2 says that, yes, statement 2, it says, ulemas were concerned only about the religious aspects. Only. See, they are not concerned only about the religious aspects, they are also concerned about the political aspects. And if you look into, ulemas did have a voice in political matters in many Muslim societies throughout history. And they often played an important role in advising rulers, shaping legal systems, and Sharia law ko ye interpret bhi karte the. So, by that logic, the statement 2 is wrong and statement 1 is true. The answer for this is statement 1 is true, but statement 2 is false. The answer is C. Now, coming to the next question. Given below are 2 statements. Statement 1, it's regarding the, again, history question है, Rowlatt Act के बारे में. Rowlatt Act came into beginning during the non-cooperation movement, and this was designed to take actions against the Indians participating in this movement. ठीक है? See, this statement is right. ठीक है? The statement is absolutely right, because non-cooperation movement की time, it is 1919 से लेकर 1921 in time period की बीच में, this is what you get to see this act, right? Now, statement 2, the Rowlatt Bill allowed the judges to try political cases without juries and gave to the provincial governments, in addition to center, the power of intermittent without trial. This was probably described as new appeal, na dalal, na appeal, na dalal, na vakil. In the light of the above statement, choose the correct answer from the options given below. See, now if you look into, both the statements are correct. Statement 1 भी correct है, statement 2 भी correct है. ठीक है? The answer for this is both the statements are correct. It is A. Okay, this is the answer for question number 2. Now coming to the question number 3. This question number 3, it is an assertion and reasoning question. देखिए, so look here. Given below are two statements. One is labeled as assertion A and the other is labeled as reasoning R. Now assertion A says that the decline of the Maurya Empire started after the Ashoka. Okay. See, the decline of the Mauryan Empire started after Ashoka. Statement 1, yes, this statement is true. Post Ashoka, if you look into, the Mauryan Empire slowly started to decline. And reason, इनका reason क्या दिया है? Ashoka followed the policy of Dhanima Vijay and disbanded his army. See, if you look into Ashoka's Dhamma statement, now here this statement B जो है, that is reason which is given, the reason is not correct. And also here the answer would be C. A is correct statement but B is wrong statement. ठीक है? A correct है but B is wrong. So answer here is, here the answer would be C. Now we can also look into the question paper which is given by one of our students to us. So the answer here, it would be C. ठीक है? Sorry. Just a minute. There's some printing errors here. If you look into, let me read the statement again. देखिए, so first one, the decline of the Mughal Empire, Ashoka started after the Ashoka. Yes, this statement is right. And if you look into the second statement clearly says that Ashoka followed the policy of Dhamma Vijay. Yes, Ashoka ने Dhamma Vijay का policy form किया था and the disbanded his army. See, the answer, if you look into, both the statements are right. Statement 1 भी correct है, statement 2 भी correct है. But लेकिन statement 2 का जो statement 1 का reasoning है ना, it is not right. Ashoka followed Dhamma Vijay policy. There's no doubt to that. And if he is following the Dhamma Vijay policy, it is not because of this Dhamma Vijay policy his decline started. That means you have to consider that both the statements are right, but the reasoning is not a right explanation. So यहाँ पे answer बन जाता है B. B would be the answer. Right? Next, let's go to our next question. The next question says that which of the following throws light on the Lakulisha Pashupat sect? देखिए, ये Lakulisha Pashupat sect, it is a sect which talks about Shaivism. It talks about Lord Shiva. तो इस Lord Shiva के बारे में किस किसने बात किया? Now, is it, the options given are coin of Huvishka, next Mathura inscription of Chandragupta, third one, it is Multimadhav of Bhavabhuti, fourth one, it is Astadhyayi of Panini, and Kadambini of Vanabhatta. See, if you look into, the right answer here is, it asked about who of them it throws some light. Now answer would be 1, yes, the coins of Huvishka, yes, they talked about this Lupishka Pashupat sect, वहां पे Shiva का inscriptions भी था, and Shiva was also seen on these coins. Next, if you look, the Mathura inscription of Chandragupta also had some links to Shiva, and lastly, it is Kadambani of Vanabhatta. These are the Kadambani of Vanabhatta, यहाँ पे भी Shiva का reference थे. Now overall, if you look into, the answer for this would be C. Right? Next, let's go to our next question. Our next question is again a history question. The history question which says that which of the following is true about the Virupaksha Pampa Devi of Vijayanagara? देखिए, Virupaksha temple is the Vijayanagara temple. Vijayanagara is a kingdom, and इस kingdom में कई सारे temples इन्होंने construct किया. And this is one such area. Examiner को हर साल ये favorite area है regarding the Vijayanagara empire की regarding. Now let's see the question. It says that Maitri Devi, Padma Devi had done penance to marry Virupaksha. ठीक है? So look here. It says that ये दोनों ने तपस्या किया था. They did tapas to get married to Virupaksha. This is statement number 1. Now statement number 2. Look here. The statement number 2 says that the Vijayanagara rulers claimed to rule on behalf of Padma Devi. Statement 3, the patron deity of Vijayanagara kingdom was Virupaksha. It is, who is Virupaksha? Is it Lord Shiva? Yes, it has its reference to Lord Shiva as well. Now, statement 4, normally the name of Sri Virupaksha was mentioned in the Kannada scriptures in the royal orders. And statement 5, it is Virupaksha was a form of Vishnu. Dekhiye, look here, the right statements would be 2, 3 and 5. So, बहुत सारे लोगों को ये मन में confusion है regarding the Shiva and Vishnu. So, Virupaksha, did they follow Shaivism or did they follow the Vishnuvite? See, broadly speaking, there are some references to Shiva as well, and there are some references to the Vaishnavite sect as well. Now, dominantly, if you see, the Virupaksha sect is dominantly, it is inclined towards the Vaishnavite sect. It is, they actually followed the Vishnu sects. कुछ ऐसी references है जहां पर Shaivism sect के regarding also they have spoken, but mostly if you look into, अगर interpretation लिया जाए, इस interpretation में you'll be very clear that it asked about the correct statement. The right statement would be 2, 3, 5. That would be your B. ठीक है? Clear? Next, let's go to our next question. Next question is, it is match the list. We have to match the following list. Now, see here, it list 1, list 2 से match करना है. Composition of Basant Vilas in Sanskrit. Who did this composition? The Basant Vilas composition in Sanskrit is done by Gangadhara. ठीक है? It is done by Gangadhara. And the translation of Bhagavad Gita into Bangla. Who did this? It is done by the Raghunath. And third one, composition of Taptisambra Manu, Upaya Manu. So who did this? It is done by the Udayar of Gujarat. Now lastly, creation of Muhurtamala, a treatise on Mathura. This creation, it is done by, that is, Maladhar Vasu. Now if you start to match these things, you will clearly see that the answer would be C. यहाँ पे the right answer is C. A is with 4, B 1, C 2 and D 3. It is, answer is C for this. Now question number 7. So look here, there are certain set of foreign travelers एक side पे दिया हुआ, and they've also given the characteristics associated with this. That is description of Indian trade and society. Who did this? And visited India 6 times. Which traveler? Came to India and never went back to Europe. Scientist of Mughal Emir, that is Danishmanand Khan. See, here you will clearly see that there is a small technique which you can look into, that is description of the Indian trade society. It is done by the Barbosa. Barbosa is the one who has done this. Sorry, just a minute. Let me match this. So, if you see here, that is A should be matched with 3 and B should be 4, visited 6 times. Sorry, that is right. So, where do you find the commonality? यहाँ पे अगर देखा जाए, the answer would be A, it is 3, B 4, and then C is your 1 and D is your 2. ठीक है? Broadly, your D would be the answer. ठीक है? D is your 2. Scientist of Mughal Emir, it is your Bernier. ठीक है? So the answer here is D. Next, question number 8. See, in this question number, it talks about the subsidiary alliance. Look at this question. It says, the subsidiary alliance was a system devised of Lord Wellesley in 1798. All those who entered into such an alliance with the British had to accept certain terms and conditions. Right? Now, look here. The British would be responsible for protecting their ally from external and internal threats to their power. Right? Statement number 1. Statement number 2. In the territory of the ally, a British armed contingent would be stationed and ally would provide resources for their maintenance. And statement 3. The ally would enter into agreement with other rulers or engage in warfare only with the permission of the British, right? And last statement, the ally may walk away with the alliance anytime with the disagreement. See, यहाँ पे जितने भी statements दिया, it is quite easy to identify the subsidiary alliance. Now, the subsidiary alliance do not give the power to walk away at any point of time. It's not like that. If that permission is given, all the kings would have been walked away. ठीक है, वो कहीं ना कहीं ब्रिटिश के साथ they would have been far, they have moved away. So if you look into, it is very clear that 1, 2 and 3 they go along with the subsidiary alliance, and here the catch is you have to catch the disagreement time pe. Can they walk away at any point of time? No, they cannot walk away at any point of time at the time of disagreement. So there are certain conditions that they need to follow. So blindly, the answer would be 1, 2 and 3. It would be your C. Okay. Next. Question number 9. So काफी factual content है यहाँ पे. They have also given the timeline. मतलब when was this established? So quite a factual content. So let's see. Question number 9. You have to match again list 1 with list 2. List 1, setting up of the Supreme Court at Calcutta. So it is A. It was set up in 1774. Now Cornwallis Code enacted. It is 1793. Permanent Settlement Act. Statement C, railway line between Bombay and Thane. When was this done? It is done in 1853. And Madras Harbour, it is in 1881. So the answer would be A should be matching with 2, and B should be matching with 1, and C should be matching with 4, and D should be matching with 3. Right? So answer here is A2, B1, C4 and D3. So C would be the answer for this. Right? And while you calculate your score, you can also let us know what is your score and what is the range in which you are falling into, so that you can compare with your fellow aspirants as well. Now, question number 10. It is again a history question. History का dominance इस साल काफी ज़्यादा है. Those who have read well history, that history would have saved you. Now let's quickly look into the question. In 1866, Dadabhai Nauroji organized the East India Association in London to discuss Indian questions to influence British public opinion. Yes, and branches of the association were organized in major Indian cities. Now this is statement 1. Statement 2, he showed that the poverty and economic backwardness of India were not inherent in local conditions, but were caused by colonial rule, which was draining India of its wealth and capital. In the light of the above statement, choose the most appropriate answer from the options given below. Now it's option A says that both the statement 1 and 2 are true. Statement 2, both the statement 1 and 2 are false. देखिए दोनों statements तो दिया हुआ, both the statements are right. Now statement 1 is correct, but statement 2 is false. No, both the statements अगर correct है, it is clearly says that your answer is A. ठीक है, both the statements are right.